my shmata. 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 With a Harvard education.
When everybody was wearing pashminas, there was someone in our group who would refer to these pashmatas.
That's exactly what it is. What are you up to today? Lisa, what are you doing today?
Good evening,
Yeah.
guys.
You're
Good
ready.
evening to all of those people in the chapel and all of you at home. Welcome you to this Shabbat service. And as you are immediately aware, the rabbi still is not back in Mobile. He's still enjoying himself in Buenos Aires. He will be back in 2 weeks. So just hang with us for a few more weeks, and then you'll be back in familiar territory. As you know, our sound system is being modified, although we've been hearing about that for a number of weeks, and that has caused certain difficulties with our sound system. Our very capable individual manning the computer, David, has managed to put things together, and we have a musical presentation, and so you will be spared my leading you in song, and you will be very pleased that you're being spared. So we're going to start today, as we have in the past, with Ma Tovu, and there are some song sheets on the back, but it's also on page 101. And Ma Tovu, as you now know, is the prayer that people utter when they enter the synagogue in the morning. And it's very apropos because in the prayer, the Ma Tovu, the dwellings of Jacob really become the house of God. How lovely are your dwellings, Jacob, your sanctuaries, people of Israel. As for me, through your great kindness, I enter your house. In awe of you, I bow toward your holy sanctuary. So we will sing along with Danny Massing, Ma Tovu.
Ma tovu, ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma tovu, ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Vani berov chasdecha ahavo beitecha, אשתחווה לך על קודשך ליראתך. מה טובו, מה טובו, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל. מה טובו, מה טובו, אוהליך יעקב, משכן כבודך, ואני אשתחווה בהכרעה, אברך לפני אדוני, עושי מה טוב הוא, מה טוב הוא, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל, מה טוב הוא.
We're going to ask for the angels to come sit on our shoulders for a couple of minutes. And these are the angels of peace. And we're asking for peace in the world. So Shalom Aleichem is on page 5.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem Leshalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni Leshalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeidchem Leshalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
And now the angels are leaving to go to the next stop on their journey on this Shabbat evening, on the Erev Shabbat, and we wish them Godspeed. Now we turn to page 11 for Lechu Neranana, and this is where we're going to sing to Adonai. Let us trumpet praise to our protector. And Lechu Neranana is sung by Cantor Marcia.
Asher biyado mechkirei aretz, v'tofot arim lo. Asher lo hayam v'hu asahu, v'yabesh et yadav yatsaru. ונקרא 40 שנה.
And Romamu, and the lines, exalt Adonai our God and bow down at God's holy mountain, for Adonai our God is holy. So Romamu by Deborah Bletstein.
רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להקודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להקודשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להקודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להקודשו.
So now that we're in the mood, we're going to turn to page 23 for Lecha Dodi, and along with Craig Taubman, we'll sing the first 3 stanzas on page 23 and the last stanza on page 25.
לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ותפארת ולתהילה. לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה, קומי צאי מתוך ההפכה, רב לך שבט בעמק הבכה, והוא יחמול עלייכם. לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני Am segula boi chala לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לה 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 לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לה 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 לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לה 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 לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לה לה
Okay, let's now turn to page 27 and let's read responsively Psalm 92. It is good to thank you, Adonai, and sing to your name most high, to proclaim your love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night.
The ears of the harp, let the sound of the lyre rise up.
You gladdened me with your deeds, Adonai, and I shall sing of your handiwork.
How wonderful are your works, Adonai, how subtle your designs.
The arrogant do not understand. The fool does not comprehend this. The wicked flourish like grass, and every evildoer blossoms, only to be destroyed forever.
But you, Adonai, are exalted for all time.
Surely your enemies, Adonai, surely your enemies will perish. All who commit evil will be scattered.
As a wild bull raises up its horn, you raise my head high, anointed it with fresh oil.
As my enemies gather against me, my gaze remains steady, for my ears listen and hear.
The righteous flourish like the date palm, thrive like a cedar in Lebanon. Planted in the house of Adonai, they flourish in our God's courtyard.
In old age they remain fruitful, still fresh and bountiful, proclaiming Adonai is upright, my rock in whom there is no flaw. Now let's turn to page 39A. And let's read together the first Beracha before the Shema. Baruch Atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from light, who makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night. Adonai Tziva'ot is your name, living and ever-present God. May your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch Atah Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. El Chai V'Kayam, Tamid Yimlok Aleinu Li'olam Vayed. Baruch Atah Adonai, Hamarib Arabim. Turn to page 40. And this is the Ahavas Olam. So let's read together on the English side of page 40. With timeless love you have loved your people, the house of Israel. You have taught us Torah and mitzvot, statutes and laws. Therefore, Adonai our God, as we lie down and as we rise up,
we shall speak of your laws, rejoicing in the words of your Torah and in your mitzvot forever and ever. For they are our life and the fullness of our days, and on them we shall meditate day and night. Do not ever withdraw your love from us, Baruch Atah Adonai, who loves the people Israel. V'abataka al tasir mimenu la'olamim, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ohei Ba'amo Yisrael. Page 41 for the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'kol levavka, uv'kol nafshecha, uv'kol me'odecha. V'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh, asher anochi mitzavka hayom al babecha, v'shinantam lebanecha, v'dibata bam b'shivtecha b'beitecha, uv'lefteka b'derech, uv'shochbeka u'kumecha, u'shatam liot al yadecha, v'hayu l'totafot b'neinecha, u'tavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'bi sharecha. We'll now take just a couple of minutes to finish the Shema silently or a passage of your choosing. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Page 44 for the Mi Chamocha, and we'll accompany Sol K.
Take
Ki pada Adonai et Yaakov, ugalo miyad hazak memenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael. Page 45, Hashkivenu. First, let's read it together in English, and then we'll hear Dan Nichols sing the first few lines of Hashkivenu in Hebrew. Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you, God, watch over us, over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Ufrosh aleinu sukat shalomecha, Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, v'al kol amo Israel, v'al Yerushalayim. And now we'll sing with Dan Nichols in Hebrew. It's probably to our advantage to ask for peace, both in two languages, both in English and Hebrew.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom V'hamidenu Malkeinu L'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom V'hamidenu Malkeinu L'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom V'hamidenu Malkeinu L'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom V'hamidenu Malkeinu L'chaim.
Turn to page 46, and we're going to sing V'Shamru along with Debbie Bletstein, and this is the the place where we say that we're going to honor the Shabbat after 6 days of the work week. This day, the 7th day of Shabbat, is very holy.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Okay, now we're going to turn to page 47 for the Amidah, and then this is the opportunity for all of us to speak directly to Adonai and to have a conversation with the divine being. So we rise for page 47, the official text, page 47 to 52. to turn back to page 51 for Shalom Rav, the prayer for peace. Let's read it in English again, and then we'll sing it along with Craig Taubman. Grant abundant and lasting peace to your people Israel and all who dwell on earth, for you are the sovereign master of all the ways of peace. May it please you to bless your people Israel at all times with your gift of peace. And now, Craig Talbot.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Hamcha ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Hamcha tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha tasim le'olam. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. אתה ומלך אדון לכל השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך ועל כל יושבי תבל. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך בית ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך ועל כל יושבי תבל. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם.
Michael, I need to go. We don't have enough people. Is that okay?
Sure.
Thank you.
So, last time, 2 weeks ago, I talked about the 17th of Tammuz, the fast of Tammuz. And as Paul Barber would say, and now for the rest of the story. So, we're now going to talk about 6 days from now, on July 23rd. And this is, as you now know, Tish B'Av, or more familiarly known, the 9th of Av. And you know that, just an aside, all the months, names that we were familiar with, Av, the months are all named very simply. Month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, etc. So it was the Babylonians who sort of gave it a little bit more presence. And so Av means father. So that this is very sort of appropriate that this month is named Father, because this is the month of Av, where Adonai speaks to the Israelites and shows them how he has in the past been a taskmaster and has punished them, the Israelites, for not obeying him. And the Tish B'Av represents, as I mentioned before, a whole bunch of very serious transgressions. The first transgression, and Tish B'Av really represents 3,000 years of history. So the first transgression happened 1,300 years before the Common Era. And that's when Moses sent out 12 scouts or spies, one from each tribe. And their mission was to go out and to see what the promised land was like, and whether Moses's followers were going to be able to prosper in this new land. So the spies, the scouts went out, and they took 40 days. 40 is sort of a very recurrent number. They took 40 days, and then they came back. 10 of the 12 scouts were very negative. They said, no, we're not going to do well there. Let's not go over there. And only 2, Joshua and Caleb, said, we'll be able to prosper across the river, across the Jordan River, and we should set our sights on going over there. God was the Adonai was so upset that 10 of these scouts were so negative and didn't trust him that he made the Israelites wander for another 40 years until that generation died out. And then Joshua and after Moses died, Joshua took the Israelites across the Jordan River into the Promised Land. So that was the first tragedy, 1,300 years before the Common Era. Then the temple, the first temple, was destroyed by the Babylonians, 586 before the Common Era. If that wasn't enough, the second temple was destroyed by the Romans, the 70th year of the Common Era. If that wasn't enough, Bar Kokhba, who was a Israeli general, tried to revolt against the Romans. His revolt was soundly put down, and he was killed. If that wasn't enough, the First Crusade happened in 1095. In this time period of the 9th of Av. And if that wasn't enough, the English expelled the Israelites from England in 1290. And so if that wasn't enough, Spain expelled the Jews from Isabel expelled the Jews from Spain in 1492. World War I started in 1914, in August 1914. And the Warsaw Ghetto, the start historical events all occurred in August of the particular year, and so they're all commemorated in Tisha B'Av, and this is why Tisha B'Av is such a major holiday, the saddest day of the Jewish calendar. And in recognition of that, it's a major fast day. So it starts on the evening, Erev, the evening of the 22nd of July, and goes through the 23rd until Sunday. And in recognition of this very mournful, sad day, you're not supposed to do anything that gives you pleasure. So you're not supposed to wear leather shoes. No bathing for purposes other than getting dirt off. No sex. No perfumes. No pretty clothes. So you can see that it's all, so you're supposed to not do anything that brings you pleasure. The thing that you can do, you can study Torah, but most of the Torah that you study is all these mournful passages like Aika, which is Jeremiah's screed, and Aika means how, and it talks about how the temple was destroyed. And the other thing you're supposed to do is you're supposed to give tzedakah. So we have all of these terrible things happening. We're all mourning, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And Jeremiah wrote this: I will turn their mourning into joy, and will comfort them and make them rejoice from their sorrow. So that there is some salvation, there is some possibility that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And interestingly, the sages wrote that Tisha B'Av was also the birthday of the Moshiach, and as you know, Moshiach means the anointed one, and the Moshiach, the Jewish concept of a future mortal human king, a descendant of King David, who will usher in a global era of peace, rebuild the Holy Temple in Jerusalem, and gather all the Jewish people to the land of Israel. So that after this, the mournful day of Tisha B'Av, there is hope. There is redemption. And so that gives us something to look forward to. And just 1 week after this Tisha B'Av, on July 29th, we have Tu B'Av, which is the 15th of Av. And this is a day of reconciliation. And in ancient times, the different tribes were not allowed to intermarry. Because if there was an intermarriage, there was the fear that the land that you were given would then go to the other tribe, that it would be inherited by the other tribe, so that there was a practice that the tribes would not intermarry. But on Tu B'Av, you could. So, and then this is also the beginning of the Great Harvest. And what's important is that unmarried maidens of Jerusalem would dress in white and romp in the vineyards. Unmarried men would go into the vineyards to select wives. And this happens today. Even in modern Israel, Tu B'Av is a day of matchmaking proposals and weddings. So after this terrible Tisha B'Av, then we had just 1 week later Tu B'Av, which then just shows you that that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I just want to show you, this is the last thing, I just want to show you 3,000 years on a couple of pieces of paper. And this is what we've been talking about. After the Jews, the Israelites leave Egypt, we have Passover. Then after Passover, we count 7 weeks to count the Omer, and then we arrive at Mount Sinai and at Shavuot, and that's when Moses goes up to Mount Sinai. And Mount Sinai, he spends 40 days on Mount Sinai, and when he comes down, he sees the golden calf being celebrated, and that's when he smashes the tablets, and that's the 17th of Tammuz, and there are certain other problems with the that is acknowledged to have occurred on the 17th of Tammuz. Romans breached the walls, Torah burned, but then 3 weeks later, we have Tish B'Av, we have all those terrible things that I mentioned, the spies coming back and 10 of the 12 having rejected God's faith in God, temples destroyed, Bar Kokhba's killed, we have the Crusades, being expelled from England and Spain, the Warsaw Ghetto liquidated. So this is the months from Passover to Tish B'Av on one piece of paper, or a couple of pieces of paper, or on one board. So this is history in the making. So now that you have been informed of the upcoming holidays, you'll know that next week, right after Tish B'Av, on the 24th of July, we're going to have a Shia Shabbat. Danielle and Josh Eisen are going to be here with their beautiful voices, carrying on and directing the service. And then the week after that, our Rabbi Silberman will be back. So we have a lot to look forward to. So I'd like you now to turn to page 56 and rise for the Aleinu. We have Saul Kay singing the beginning of the Aleinu for us.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות אדמה, שלא שם חלקנו קהל, וגורלנו כחור המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ושב מקרוב בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו ברוב המרומים. והוא אלוהינו אין עוד, באמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו.
כתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. Be seated. On this week, which is the 4th to the 10th of Av, we commemorate the Yortzites of the following Ahavas Chesed individuals: Nathan Sobel, Flora Gerhardt, Irving Rygrod, Zelda Perlman, Erwin Marcus, Albert Jate, J.B. Michelle, William Gerwich, Morris Berkowitz, Leo Berman, Bert Gerwich, Sidney Rosner, Moses A. Baer, Rose Schwartz, Robert Podolsky, Israel Goldberg, Temer Silberman, Alan Donald Rips. Are there any other names to mention here or at home? So those reciting Kaddish, please rise. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah. V'yalmad dibra kirutei v'yamlich malkutei. B'chayechon u'b'yomechon u'b'chayei t'kol Beit Yisrael ba'agala u'bizman karim v'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah v'barach v'yalam u'lamei almaya. Yibarach v'yishtabach V'yomam v'yitnaseh, v'yitada, v'yitalel, v'yitalal, shemei, t'kudisha, v'riku, v'ela, min kol, v'yachata, v'shirata, tushbachata, v'nehemata, da'amiran b'yalma, v'imru, amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu, v'yal kol Yisrael, V'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. And peace to all those who grieve. We'll conclude with the Adon Olam on page 211. And will accompany Sol K.
Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yetzir Nivra, Le'nasa, B'chefsa Kol, Azai Melech, Shemo Nikra, Ve'acharei, Kichlot HaKol, Livado Yimloch Nora, Ve'hu Haya, Ve'hu Tifara, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yetzir Nivra, Le'nasa, B'chefsa Kol, Azai Melech, Shemo Nikra, Ve'hu Echad, Ve'ein Sheni, Lecham Shilo, Lechapirah, בלי תכלית ולא העוז והמזרח אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא לנצח בחפש הכל, אזי מלך שמו נקרא.
We could have continued. Okay. For who-
והוא אלי וחי גולי וצור חבלי בעץ הבא והוא ניסי ומנוס לי מנת כוסי ביום יקרא אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יצר נברא לעת נסע בחפש הכל אזי מלך שמו נקרא בעדו הכירוכי בעת אישן בעירה ועם רוחי גבייתי אדוני לי ולא יירא אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא לעת נצח בחפש הכל אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא לעת נצח בחפש הכל אזי מלך שמו נקרא.
Synagogue, and we will now do Kaddish, Kiddush, Kiddush.